Welcome, everyone. Before we begin, let's take a breath and reflect on the road we've traveled in this module so far. In Lesson 1, we examined the ethical landscape, uncovering the philosophical and practical dilemmas of AI in the marketing world. We learned that while AI is revolutionary, it is not neutral. The way we train it, deploy it, and frame its decisions deeply impacts human perception, behavior, and trust. In Lesson 2, we turned the spotlight to privacy. We confronted the tension between data-driven personalization and user dignity, and saw that true innovation doesn't just move fast, it moves with care. Today, we turn to the third leg of the ethics stool, legal governance. Because when ethics falter and privacy is tested, the law steps in, not to slow us down, but to keep us honest. So here's our guiding question today. In a world where AI writes your ads, ranks your customers, and even approves your content, what does responsible governance really look like? What is AI governance really? Let's begin with clarity of definition. AI governance is the framework of rules, principles, and oversight mechanisms used to ensure that artificial intelligence is designed, deployed, and used in a way that is lawful, ethical, secure, and socially aligned. It's not just about regulatory checklists. It's about embedding trust and responsibility into the DNA of your digital systems. AI governance means ensuring transparency in decision-making algorithms, protection of user rights, oversight of high-risk applications, redress mechanisms when things go wrong. If ethics is our compass and privacy is our shield, then governance is the blueprint that makes responsible AI operational. Why we need AI governance now? Let me give you 3 vivid examples from the last 12 months that underscore the urgency. Case 1. The recruitment algorithm scandal. A major global firm deployed an AI system to shortlist candidates, but the algorithm was trained on 10 years of data from male-dominated roles. The result? It began silently excluding qualified female applicants. No bias was intended, but bias was encoded. That company now faces a multi-million euro discrimination lawsuit in Germany. Case 2. TikTok's algorithmic missteps. Investigations into TikTok's content algorithms showed that its system disproportionately recommended harmful content, especially around eating disorders, to vulnerable users. Critics argued that a lack of oversight, transparency, and ethical restraint contributed to emotional harm at scale. Case 3. Facial recognition at public events. In the US, a major concert venue used facial recognition AI to screen attendees for prior lawsuits against the company. No warning was given. Outrage followed. Legal action is pending. These are not isolated events. They are symptoms of a rapidly evolving ecosystem outpacing our safeguards. The core pillars of legal AI governance. Let's now walk through the 8 foundational domains that legal governance must address. 1. Transparency. People should always know when they're dealing with an AI system. This is especially vital in marketing, where chatbots, recommendation engines, and auto-generated ads can easily blur the line. Think about a chatbot opening with, "Hi, I'm Nora, your virtual shopping assistant." That's transparency. Now imagine a user making a major financial decision based on advice they thought came from a human. That's a lawsuit waiting to happen. 2. Accountability. Who's responsible when the AI goes wrong? The developer, the deploying company, under new European frameworks, both. This shift in liability is a game changer. Marketers must now vet their tools not only for performance, but also for accountability architecture. 3. Data protection. You're all familiar with GDPR. But now the data obligations extend to algorithmic transparency, user consent for profiling, and the right to explanation in automated decisions. 4. Bias and fairness. Governance must ensure that AI systems are tested and retested for discriminatory outcomes. This is not about perfection. It's about due diligence and ongoing audits. 5. Human oversight. Governance is not automation without breaks. It's about designing decision support systems, not decision replacement systems, especially in high-stakes areas like finance, hiring, health, or political messaging. 6. Security. AI systems are attack surfaces. Governance must require penetration testing, encryption at rest and in motion, and robust access control. If your AI can be hijacked, your brand can be too. 7. Explainability. Users and regulators must understand how and why an AI system came to its conclusions. Black box models are increasingly frowned upon, especially in high risk applications. This goes beyond code, it's about communicability. 8. Continuous evaluation. AI is not set and forget. Governance means ongoing monitoring, impact assessment, and readiness to intervene when patterns change or unintended effects arise. Major legal instruments and frameworks. Let's now turn to the regulatory landscape. On the EU AI Act, AIA, the most comprehensive AI regulation in the world, the EU AI Act, is set to take effect in 2025. It classifies AI systems into 4 risk levels: unacceptable, high, limited, and minimal. High-risk systems, such as biometric ID, employment screening, or behavioral marketing tools, must undergo conformity assessments, register in an EU database, and meet transparency, human oversight, and risk management standards. Mark this clearly. If you're a marketer using AI tools that personalize content, rank audiences, or automate decisions, you may fall under the high-risk category. 2. GDPR and the right to explanation. The GDPR remains foundational, especially Article 22, which states that individuals have the right not to be subject to a decision based solely on automated processing. This right requires companies to explain how the decision was made, offer opt-outs, facilitate human review. 3. The Algorithmic Accountability Act, US. Still in proposal stages, this bill would mandate impact assessments for AI systems and require companies to explain and mitigate discriminatory effects. It's a signpost of where US legislation is headed, toward enforced transparency. 4. UNESCO guidelines, OECD principles, and NIST framework. These global standards, though not binding, are shaping internal governance across sectors. UNESCO focuses on inclusivity, sustainability, and cultural respect. OECD stresses democracy, well-being, and trust. NIST provides a risk management framework for technical and organizational implementation, overcoming implementation challenges. Let's be candid, governance isn't easy. It can feel costly. It may face internal resistance. It demands cultural change. It requires multidisciplinary alignment, but these are not reasons to delay. They're reasons to start now. Here's how you overcome them. 1. Start with a cross-functional audit. Include legal, marketing, IT, data science, and ethics. Ask, what AI systems do we use? What data do they process? What risks exist? 2. Appoint a governance lead or committee. Don't dump this on IT. Make it cross-disciplinary. Consider an AI ethics officer. 3. Use tested frameworks. You don't have to build from scratch. Leverage NIST, the EU AI Act draft, or ISO AI standards as your starting point. 4. Train your staff. Just like GDPR training, AI governance education is key. Ensure marketers, developers, and leadership understand what's at stake. 5. Embed governance into procurement. Ask vendors, is your AI system explainable? Have you documented risks? What bias tests have you run? Looking forward, law as a catalyst for innovation. Here's the paradox. Good governance doesn't slow innovation. It fuels it, with clear rules. Startups know where the guardrails are. Enterprises avoid expensive mistakes. Consumers regain trust in the digital marketplace. Legal compliance, in the context of AI, becomes a brand differentiator. Imagine this messaging. Our AI is fully compliant with EU regulations. We audit for bias monthly. We explain every decision, and we invite user feedback. That is not a disclaimer. That is a trust statement. Let me end with this. AI is rewriting the rules of marketing, content, timing, personalization, prediction. But with great power comes the duty to regulate ourselves before we are regulated. And when the law finally does catch up, let it find us already prepared, already principled, already practicing what the law will eventually require. Because in the end, AI governance isn't just about rules. It's about who we are as a profession and what kind of digital society we want to build. Thank you.